I mean, we're not quite to hurricane season yet, but we have an area of low pressure over the Gulf of Mexico that's now making its way through the state of Texas. And you can thank that for what's going to be going on today and into tomorrow as well. Dallas Baptist University, you can see live out there, gray, it's wet, it's damp, it's 73 degrees. Downtown Dallas, looking up at those really dark gray clouds, 72 degrees in downtown Dallas. And if we look zoomed in on our radar, I've stopped it so we could see where some of the heavier downpours are. Those are now north and west of the downtown Dallas. So we're talking Louisville, Carrollton, down to South Lake, DFW Airport. You're just north and east of a complex of more moderate to heavy rainfall. The light green is going to be a light rainfall. The yellow, the red, that's going to be a higher intensity rain, where when you head out on the roadways, visibility will be down briefly. So if you look here, you can see that the motion is from south to north. So whatever is going to be south of North Texas is going to be moving in throughout the day. Now, is it going to rain all day, every day, in every location? No, but you're going to have to keep that umbrella handy and keep an eye on that radar, because we're going to be tracking this rainfall throughout the day. Here's a look at our timecast. Here's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see more pushing up from the south. Here's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Some pockets of heavier rainfall that could cause some flooding issues as they dump a whole bunch of rain in a short period of time. So wherever those set up, that's going to be the location that could see that flooding. 5 o'clock in the evening starts to break up a little bit, and then our attention is going to turn to what's going on off to the west. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes, but Tuesday 50% in coverage, Wednesday 20% in coverage. Wednesday and Thursday overall are going to be the best days of the week. We'll look at that. And then Friday, as we go into the morning, the chance for more rainfall as we head into Memorial Day weekend. We'll have a full look at that forecast, breaking it down for you. Everything you need to know, David, when we come back.
That's a lot of rain. All right, yeah. Thank you, Kaylee.
That rain gear handy. Once again, this is how it was last week. I will say that the amount of rainfall a lot of us will get will be nothing like what we saw last week, but there are going to be some heavier downpours. So here's what's going on. We are watching an area of low pressure that's been moving through the southern part of the state, now pushing north, and it's really going to travel right along the 35 corridor, which is going to bring in on and off moderate pockets of rainfall. There are going to be a few heavy spots as well. If you look right now, the heaviest rainfall is going to be over northern Tarrant County and northern Dallas County, entering into Denton County. There's going to be pockets of light rain here and there across all of North Texas, but that's where we're really seeing some of those heavier downpours now. Upper 60s to mid 70s, depending on where you are in regards to temperatures, and we're not expecting to move much as we go through the day today. We'll stay in the 70s for most of us. Now, there'll be a few spots that reach the 80s, but for the most part, we're going to be staying well below normal. Here's a look at the hour by hour as we move forward through the afternoon. If you're just joining us, I showed this a few minutes ago. Here's a stopping it at 1 o'clock, another batch of rain pushing up from the south with some heavier downpours right over downtown Dallas. It's really going to be right around that corridor, I-35. So we're going to have to keep that rain gear handy through at least 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night. And then it's going to start to break up quite a bit. 9 o'clock, most of us are going to be dry with cloudy conditions. We are going to be watching off to the west. You see there that in the Panhandle, we do have a slight risk for severe weather. Nowhere in North Texas is any kind of risk. But we are going to be watching thunderstorms that develop off to the west that are going to be moving in our direction as we go into the overnight hours. Here's what I'm talking about. See that line right there? That's going to be inching in here as we go into midnight. Now, we're going to watch this, but it's going to fizzle out as it moves into the western parts, and many of the models have it completely falling apart before it even gets to DFW. So that's promising, but some of these locations out to the west may have some heavier downpours, lightning, and a stronger thunderstorm. Then as we go to 5 o'clock in the morning, some of us are going to be dry, other spots still dealing with some moderate to heavy rainfall. And then throughout the day on Tuesday, very similar to what we're dealing with today. Same locations at right around lunchtime, going to be seeing those scattered showers and thunderstorms fire up and move off to the north and east. Won't last all day though. By the evening commute, a lot of us are going to be dry again. And then can take a deep breath because we get a couple days of a break. Here's Wednesday morning to Wednesday afternoon. You can see that there's not much going on. We'll have to watch Wednesday night for anything that develops off to the north that may move south. But overall, we are looking at a calm middle of the week. But between now and Wednesday, we could add 1 to 2 inches of rainfall in the rain gauge in an already very wet month. And we just need the sun. So we're going to look at that forecast here coming up in just a moment. But here's a look at your forecast for today. Showers and thunderstorms, heavy rain possible. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. High temperatures only reaching at about 77 degrees. It's quite a bit below normal because of the setup we're in. We're just really not going to warm up. 68 degrees as we go into the overnight hours tonight. 60% in coverage for the chance of showers and thunderstorms again. And here's a look at that 10-day forecast where you can see that once we get into the middle of the week, we are going to see a break from that rain. But going into the holiday weekend, that's a different story. We're going to see Friday and Saturday, mainly in the morning to early afternoon time frame, a complex that could move through, then drying up. I do have most of the next week going into Memorial Day dry at this point. We're going to have to watch, see if that changes. But at this point, I do have the holiday dry. David?
Okay, thanks, Kalee.
On this Monday, and I know it's hard to really get going on a day like this where it's cloudy, it's damp. And, you know, it's really going to be like this for the rest of the day today. So have that extra cup of coffee if you need to. Here's a look at where some of the heaviest rainfall is, at least in DFW. It is in Denton County right now, northern Tarrant County, not far from DFW Airport. There's a pretty good downpour there. A lot of that's going to be moving up and toward the Red River where there's a heavier downpour, but we're not done. More moving in from the south, and that's the motion from south to north. So expect this activity to continue as this area of low pressure moves over the top of us. So expect temperatures to really struggle today. We're staying right around the low 70s, upper 60s. Spots that have had some rainfall recently, like Fort Worth, is 69. Denton rainfall right now, so 66. But we've got 73 degrees in downtown Dallas, where it's been a little bit drier for the last half hour to 45 minutes. So what about the rest of the day? We're going to continue to watch what's in central Texas move to the north and bring in, again, pockets of what will be light to moderate rainfall. There will be a few thunderstorms embedded in there. Lightning is our main concern, and the high intensity rain causing localized flash flooding. It's going to be really right around the 35 corridor and then just to the east toward the Canton area, where we're going to see that motion of this rainfall kind of slide to the east as we go into the evening commute. So you see that here by 5 o'clock in the evening. Then we kind of go into a break after about 6 o'clock tonight. A lot of us will just be dealing with cloud cover. Then we're going to be watching what's going on off to the west, because we don't have any severe weather threat here, but off to the west and into the panhandle, there's a slight risk for severe weather where a line of showers and thunderstorms will develop, winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, also a hail concern and isolated tornado threat for them. Now, that line of storms that develops there is going to move into our western counties overnight. So look at this, it's midnight. So we got a couple of good things going here. Yes, these storms are going to be stronger off to the west, but we've lost daytime heating. So the odds of them staying together, they're going to kind of lose their punch. And this model has them fizzling out completely before they even get into the western part of the Metroplex. So we'll watch this for you for tomorrow morning, but here's 5 o'clock. There may be a few showers or thunderstorms that hold together for the early part of the commute. Otherwise, the motion is going to be pulling a lot of this moisture out of here by 7 o'clock in the morning. But that doesn't mean we're done. We're still kind of in this pattern where we're pushing any tropical moisture from the south. So expect Tuesday afternoon, very similar to what we have going on out there now. Scattered showers and thunderstorms moving from right along the 35 corridor to the north and east throughout the afternoon and early evening. When the sun goes down, we will start to see that wrap up. But between now and Wednesday, when we will kind of see this activity come to an end briefly, 1 to 2 inches possible for the 35 corridor on either side, 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of rain. We've had a lot of rain this month. May's normally our wettest month of the year, and we normally get about 4.9 inches for the entire month. We're not quite done yet, but we already are just about 5 inches of rainfall in the rain gauge. Here's where we are right now at DFW Airport, about just 19/100ths of an inch, and you can see just, I mean, it's coming down pretty good at DFW. So when are we going to see that sunshine? We need it, right? Here's a look at your sunshine planner for the next 5 days. We are going to see a chance for a few showers or thunderstorms Wednesday, but I do think the sun's going to come out between the clouds, and then you've got Thursday before another round of rain moves in. We'll look at that with a 10-day, but here's a look at your forecast for today. We've got 77 degrees. We've got a few showers and thunderstorms on and off. Not going to be a washout for everybody all day, but make sure you pack your patience on the roads. Tonight, 68 degrees with southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then here's a look at that 10-day forecast. So yeah, we get that break, as I said, Thursday. Going into the beginning part of Memorial Day weekend, some morning showers and thunderstorms possible, but I dry us up as we go into the beginning part of June. David?
Okay.
Is the amount of tropical moisture that's being pushed north as an area of low pressure continues to kind of meander its way north, really along 35. It's taking 35, so there's going to be a lot of traffic there because of this low. If we zoom in so you can look at what's going on here, we have some moderate to heavier downpours in spots like Denton County right now, northern Tarrant County, and that's going to continue to make its way north and out of here, but we'll have more move in after that. So it's going to be off and on as we go through the day today. It's going to be similar as we go into tomorrow as well. Then we're going to start to kind of dry up and have a quiet middle part of the week. So majority of the day Wednesday will be dry. Thursday will be dry. Now when we get closer to the holiday weekend, you're going to have to bring in, have that WFA app handy, watch the radars. It's not going to be a washout, but again, we're going to have to watch for the chance of a few showers and thunderstorms, especially both Friday morning and Saturday morning, lingering into midday. We are going to see drier conditions as we go into Sunday, Monday, and we're looking at temperatures that are going to stay in the mid to upper 80s as we go into next week. And June 1st is on the 10-day forecast. We are going to see about 10% an isolated shower here, but for the most part, we're going to see a drier stretch toward the end of the 10-day, which we are looking forward to.